What's up, guys? We got our week 6 battle for the UPL, and we are going up against our most difficult opponent all season. We are going up against Kcric and the Singapore Sableyes, and his roster is just so much power. He's made a lot of moves this season to make his roster almost perfect. It's extremely optimal, very dangerous, and it's Latios, Clefable, Mamoswine, Mandibuzz, Crawdaunt, Snorlax, Alamomola, Swellow, Jolteon, Rhydon, Shiinotic, and Greninja Protean. So I'm just looking at up and down his roster. You know my roster is extremely fat, so I'm just sitting looking up and down his roster like, what can I do? What can I do to win this match? He just has too many threats I have no switch-ins to. So in the end, I just decided to say, screw it. I have to play offense. I have to play offense if I want to win this game and go to 5-1. He's actually 5-0. So my team is Choice Scarf Mesprit, Trick Room Magearna, Flame Orb Conkeldurr, Trick Room Toxic Spikes, Nasty Plot, Kofagrigus, 2 attacks, Mince with DD and Roost, and then I have defensive Flame Orb Milotic. So you look at his team, he brought Greninja, Mamoswine, Latios, Mandibuzz, Clefable, and Snorlax. So I look up and down his roster and I see my win condition immediately. It's my Trick Room Magearna. If I can get rid of this Snorlax, or if I can weaken it to the point where he can't take 2 hits, then I just sweep his team. He's got 4 Mons. I have super effective coverage for every Mon on his team. But Snorlax is just so bulky, he doesn't die to Focus Blast. So let's start the match. I lead with Mesprit to see what he's going to lead with. He leads Mamo. I just U-turn out, and he goes for the Icicle Crash. Does about 23. This allows me to get my Flame Orb off and just fire off a Scald. Onto whatever wants to come in. He goes out into Clefable. I don't get the burn. It doesn't really matter. I decided to switch out, go out into my Kofagrigus here. He Fire Blast, expecting the Magearna. Good play on his part, but not gonna cut it. He Toxics me, which is fine. I get up a Toxic Spike. Now, on the next play, I say, you know what? I want to get some damage off on this Clefable, so I go for the Nasty Plot as he goes out to Mandibuzz. So I was like, I gotta get out of here. That thing kind of hard walls me. I go to Magearna as he defogs, and then he decides to switch out into Snorlax. Volt Switch lets me get off a little bit of chip. This lets me go into my Conkeldurr, who's now inside. He goes out into Mandibuzz. I just knock off its item. It was Rocky Helmet, so just go ahead and knock it off. I decided to stay in to fire off a Thunder Punch on the thing. It does about 33 to the clef. Now, this is the most important turn of the game, in my opinion. Well, maybe one of the most important turns. I'm at 67%. I look up and down the calc. From the damage he did to my Kofagrigus, he's 0 special attack invested. I am max HP. I cannot die from a Moonblast unless I did the calc incorrectly. I can live this. I need to eliminate this to help deal with for my Mince and for my Magearna, so I don't have to take any extra damage. So I go for the Poison Jab. He goes for the Moonblast, and it knocks me out. I'm like, wait, what? That doesn't make any. He's no special attack. How? So either something was wrong with the calc, or I did something wrong. But I double checked. I was max HP, and I was supposed to be able to live a Moonblast there. But nothing you can do about it. I go out to Magearna here. Decide this time to just click Flash Cannon because I don't want to take any damage on her. I Volt out. So the Snorlax is about 53, getting whittled down. He goes for an Earthquake. Does 0 damage to my Basilisk. As he goes out into Greninja, I just fire off a Scald. to get some damage. I get a crit and a burn, so that was unfortunate for him. I know he has the grass move. There's no way in hell I'm staying in. This thing is way too important. So I decided to go right back out into my Magearna. As he does grass knot as I expected. It does about 20%. I figure the HP fires, I live it every time. The HP fires does about 61, so I think he is modest. Doesn't matter. I kill him, get a soul heart boost. Doesn't really matter. I need to switch out on the incoming Lottie. I go to Kcric to sack it. He earthquakes. It doesn't do that much. He goes out to Mandibuzz again. As I get off a Trick Room here. And I decided to just go ahead and switch out into Milotic. He U-turns. I'm like, shoot. As he goes out into his Latios, I decided to rest up just to get all my health back. He goes for Psychic. It does 34. So I'm like, okay. I don't know what this is yet. So I go ahead and click Sleep Talk. Go ahead and get a Dragon Tail out of that. And get out in a Mammal, so that's perfect because I get another chance to burn a sleep turn. Unfortunately, I hit rest, so now I'm in a pretty mediocre position. So I'll go ahead and switch out into my Mesprit after I sacked out the Kcric. So finally, I can get in my Mega Ments, Mega Evolve, and just click Double Edge to knock this thing out. He goes out in a Mammal, and now this is another big turn. I cannot go to Milotic. If he clicks Earthquake, he 2-hit KOs me, and he can play this game to where his last mon is Mammal. If my last two are Magearna and Salamence, he wins. So I have to play off of him. Clicking Earthquake here. I mean, I have to play off him clicking Earthquake here to try to catch my Magearna. I mean, to catch my Milotic to 2-hit KO it. Because I look at his team, this is unfortunately my most expendable member. So he does click the Ice Shard. He knocks me out. Unfortunately, nothing I can do about that. So now I get to go back onto my Milotic. It's a 67. He goes to Clef. I just go ahead and click Scald. Get a burn, get my burn off again. I click Scald again, trying to weaken this. Unfortunately, he soft boils. So now we play in this game where I need to weaken this just a little bit more. I click Scald, bring him down. He Fire Blast, trying to catch the Magearna sneaking in. And I'm like, this turn, I know he has to heal. So I immediately switch out into my Tsunade as he heals up again. I click Healing Wish, and I'm going for game right now. I'm going for game. I got the damage off where I needed it. I click, he clicks Fire Blast, it only does 38. I go for Trick Room, and now the fun starts. He goes to Mandibuzz, I click Flash Cannon, that's a nice 2-hit KO. He doubles back trying to waste turns, and I click Twinkle Tackle, and I get a crit. 100%, so now I get 2 more kills here. So he has to choose where it's a standalone mon. Click Flash Cannon, kill this, so now he has to sack another mon. I click Flash Cannon again, kill this. So this is where this dumb calc put me in a really awkward position. I ran the calc, and it told me Modest Latios does like 28 or 29 max to the spread I had on my Milotic with Psychic, and he did 34 damage. So I'm like, okay, that's got to be Soldew, Twisted Spoons, or like it couldn't be Specs. It didn't do enough. It had to be Twisted Spoons or Soldew. That's the only way it can do that much. I could switch out to Milotic here, but I'm like, it doesn't matter because Earthquake can't kill me. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, he could be Z-move, but I'm like, he can't be. He can't do that much damage to my Milotic with no item. And as you'll see here, for the second time this match, the calc put me in an awkward position. He goes for Draco. It only does 43, and I'm able to rest. So now we enter just a stall war here. You'll see Psychic, it's just a Roost versus Psychic scenario here. We're trying to have a stall war. If we look across, he was starting to lose PP. He only has, he's at -4, so he can't beat me without multiple Spadaf drops and a Kcric. I have more PP than him. So now again, we can continue to look up and down the roster. I mean, like up and down the turns. We get to about turn 60. And now he only has about 4 Dracos left. A Dragon Tail, get a crit, doesn't matter because we're still in the same situation. He's almost out of moves. So again, I'm trying to make sure I stay out of crit range. He misses a Draco that leaves him with 3. I wake up, click Dragon Tail, do about 23. Dracos only does 23, but again, I have to keep clicking rest. I have to stay healthy. I have to stay out of crit range. So, he drops another Draco. It only does 21. Staying out of there. This is it. He's running down his last Dracos. Does 23. And, get the Dragon Tail off, and this is it. This is the winner chicken dinner. He has no more Dracos. He has no more Psychics. He only has Earthquake and Roost. I have way more Scalds and Dragon Tails than he has. And I'm defensive with a Flame Orb boost. I mean, with a Marble Scale boost, so he cannot break me. And I walk away with the most difficult 1-0 match I've had in a long time. So we were able to win this match in very, very crazy fashion. I feel like both of my win conditions were put in a situation they did not have to be in because of the calculator, but this is what happens when you depend on the calculator. But we're going to walk away with the W. We're 5-1 with a 17 differential. I'm glad I don't have to play him again until possibly the playoffs because I said his team is very, very threatening. But that was a good game, Kcric. Thanks for that. If you guys enjoyed this game, please give me a like and a subscribe. Thanks a lot.